Oh, all right. Kind of a warm day today. Cold. The further down you go in altitude, the cooler it gets because of the fog. But up here in the higher altitudes, pleasant. Very little wind. So, what'd you think? Last night, the Orange Man almost took the world into World War III. But that's the way he works. He's a bully. The way he works is he starts a fight, and then he begins to start the fight, but he doesn't actually start punching. He just takes it up to the punch part, and then cowers and runs. You see, the Orange Man supposedly ran on a more peaceful agenda. So much for that. So, let's just go right up the path here a bit, and we'll start the video. Kind of crowded today, so we'll just do it on the run. So, U.S. air quality for the last 25 years has been getting better and better from the pollution control standards that were put on all kinds of things like that were polluting the air. But the Orange Man came in 2.5 years ago and destroyed all that. Now guess what the outcome is? Yes, the air in the U.S. has gotten much worse and is getting worse very quickly and is expected to kill 1,400 people a year. But do you think that the Orange Man cares about that? He was just willing to go to World War III, people. Like bullies do, they take it all the way to the end. This Orange Man has to go. He just has to go. Any way, shape, or form. One of the big problems is he took off the pollution controls that Obama had put on power plants. He had a clean power plant thing going, which took a lot of pollution out of the air. It was one of the big improvements, but the Orange Man isn't going to have it. He can't stand Obama for some reason. Alright, I think if we just go up this way and turn left, we'll be at our spot where we can finish the video. There's a lot to talk about today, so let's get going. See, one of the problems with the Orange Man is he said he was going to drain the swamp. Well, so much for that. Every single head in the U.S. is now a lobbyist, including the EPA, which has a coal lobby in place. So, of course, he removed coal clean plant requirements, which will kill people and dirty up the air that we here in the U.S. worked so hard to get. Do you know how many trillions of dollars we spent? Both the public and private industry cleaning up our air, and now we're just gonna get rid of it like that, get rid of it like that, just so a few coal people can make some money and dirt. Unbelievable. So some more information is out, like the June sea ice extent for the North Pole area. June saw the lowest sea ice on record. Parts of Greenland were 40 degrees Fahrenheit above the norm. Greenland is melting so fast now that in just one day, Greenland saw 2 billion metric tons of ice flowing into the ocean in just one 24-hour period. And as we kill off our planet faster and faster, so the big sea life is now dying at an alarming rate There's been some pilots that have flown both helicopters and planes out in the Bering and Chukchi Sea, and what they're finding are dead seals. One counted 69 dead seals, the other one counted 36 dead seals. I wonder if the Orange Man has any care about that at all. What do you think? Oh, by the way, there was 60 dead seals reported along the shore in Alaska. I'm not sure just exactly where. They're just saying in the Gulf area. Also, up in the Gulf of Alaska, they're having the worst algae bloom season they've ever had. And over in India, they're seeing heat waves they've never seen before. They've never had them this long. Fortunately for India, they took on infrastructure problems with people dying from heat and have now brought the heat deaths down quite a bit with air conditioning and different like shade and that kind of thing, just basic stuff. They were able to save a lot of lives. In this heat wave, so far, 36 to 96 people have died. The temperatures are the big problem. It's the wet bulb temperature is killing people, because if they don't have air conditioning, their body can't get rid of the heat and they actually die. And I hope that isn't something big coming towards me. Oh well. The temperatures that they're having trouble with, how about 48 C or 118 Fahrenheit? And it doesn't cool off much at night. Yeah, that'll kill people off pretty quickly. But let's look at this amazing picture. Look at the heat that's going to build in the next couple of days, especially in Europe, Africa, and India. That whole area, the Middle East, it's all going to just roast. This will probably be the hottest heat wave that the area will have ever seen since humans have been here and recording temperatures. Yes, there's still more news. June 18th, 2018, CO2, 410.35 parts per million. June 18th, 2019, 414.14 parts per million. That is a 3.79 parts per million difference in just 1 year. Amazing. Another problem with the CO2 is that the CO2, as you know, goes up and down seasonally. The spring and summer sees the plants drink up all the CO2 to replace their leaves and things. And in the fall, all the leaves come down, and so the CO2 climbs all through the winter. So we're not seeing this anymore. What we're seeing is this flat. It's not going down yet. There's a large top on this one. This one will look really strange when we get the data for the whole year. We'll see it here on Pink Barrio for sure. So I've talked about this so many times, I'm almost sick of talking about it. The Orange Man is an absolute detriment to the planet. He is accelerating climate change. He's fomenting World War III. He's causing chaos throughout the U.S. and parts of the country. And about a 40 or 44% of the U.S. believe in this guy. You know, what is it that I'm not seeing that he's so great at? Deal making? Don't see that. See most of his people going to jail. He's pumping the swamp as full of crap as you can, putting in lobbyists in every single position that the U.S. has. That means that we no longer have a government. We're being run by the corporation, but I've been saying that forever. Well, I don't know what we can do about it, really. I tell you guys suggestions and I get all these thumbs downs and unsubscribes and all this stuff, so nobody wants to know how to fix things. They just want to hear how bad things are. Well, you'll never run out of that. It's plenty of bad news. I haven't even started. I haven't even touched that much of just the news for one day. Is my channel is this channel really doing any good? Who knows? So one more thing I just wanted to cover. Do you realize how dangerous a war with Iran is? Do you really think that our planet could do another world war? China, Russia, and possibly North Korea? and a few other nations would be right there with Iran, and then it would just be the US and their allies. That's quite a horrible war. And let's not forget, who sold them most of the weapons? The US and the UK. So we'll be fighting all of our own weapons. Something else. Humans getting themselves into a real pickle this time. Will the orange man get bored with it like he did Venezuela? So I definitely do appreciate all the ups and the downs, and then definitely the new subscribers. Wouldn't it be nice to have leaders that were trying to get world peace instead of world war?